In the beginning, God created heaven and earth, and there was only darkness covering the shapeless earth. But then, God spoke, and an eruption of light filled the universe. God created the light, distinguishing it from the darkness, naming the light day and the darkness night. The waters below formed the seas, revealing the dry land, filled with trees, grass, flowers, and various plants. God also crafted the sun, moon, and stars, painting the sky with wonders. To mark time, God filled the skies with winged birds, the seas with creatures big and small, the land with wild animals, crawling creatures, and all kinds of wildlife. After this splendid creation, God decided to make something extraordinary. He took dust from the earth and breathed life into it, forming a living man named Adam, and placed him in a beautiful garden called Eden. In the lovely Garden of Eden, everything was perfect. God planted many beautiful trees, bearing delicious fruits for Adam to enjoy. However, God noticed that Adam seemed lonely, as every other creature in the garden had a mate. To fix this, God made Adam fall into a deep sleep, took a rib, and created a perfect companion named Eve, the mother of all the living. Adam and Eve were meant to complete and care for each other, leading a peaceful life together. Life in the Garden of Eden was like a never-ending day of play and joy. Adam and Eve explored the amazing place, talking to animals, resting under big trees, and enjoying sweet fruits. In this incredible garden, God planted countless trees, each with its unique charm. However, there was one tree that stood out from the rest, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God had a simple rule for Adam and Eve. Don't eat the fruit from this tree. God instructed Adam and Eve to freely eat from every tree except the tree of knowledge. One day, a cunning serpent tempted Eve, convincing her that eating the forbidden fruit would make her as wise as God. Eat the fruit, and you'll be as wise as God. You'll know the difference between good and evil. The fruit looked so yummy, and the promise of wisdom was too tempting. Eve reached out, took a bite, and gave some to Adam. But the moment they tasted the fruit, their eyes opened, and they realized their nakedness, feeling shame for the first time. Their eyes opened in a way they didn't expect. They saw things differently and realized they had disobeyed God. They tried to cover themselves and hid from God, who walked in the garden searching for them. Adam confessed, blaming Eve and the serpent. God, angered and saddened, punished the serpent to crawl on its belly, Eve to endure pain in childbirth, and Adam to toil in sorrow and sweat for his family. The consequence was clear. They could no longer stay in Eden. Leaving the garden was hard. The gates of Eden closed behind them, and for the first time, they felt the difficulties of life. The tree of life became off-limits, and they were expelled from the garden. Angels guarded the entrance, and a flaming sword protected the tree. Outside Eden, the world was tough and wild. Adam and Eve had to learn everything from the beginning: how to grow food, build shelter, and survive in different weather. Life was no longer just playing and joy. It became a struggle to survive. In this new world, they felt all kinds of things: joy and sadness, success and failure, new life and death. Adam and Eve became parents, raising children who would have their own families and spread across the land. Through their journey, Adam and Eve discovered their own strength and toughness. They faced each challenge with growing wisdom, learning to adapt, love more deeply, and appreciate life's short moments. They taught their children the stories of Eden, the importance of making good choices and living with the results of their actions. The journey wasn't easy, but with each trial, they forged a path of wisdom, teaching their descendants the values of resilience, love, and cherishing every moment life offered. Despite their disobedience, God still loved and cared for them, showcasing His mercy. This story reminds us how sin entered the world through disobedience, but it also emphasizes God's everlasting love and mercy for those who seek Him. Thank you for joining us in this captivating adventure. subscribe to our channel for more tales of wisdom, and share this story with others. Until the next adventure, take care and cherish your own journey through the tapestry of life.